What I'm going to talk about today is the design trend that has been following through many industries and finally reached Twitch. Hello everyone, my name is Yano, you're a designer, DJ and a Twitch streamer. And the topic about today's video is going to be the design trend that finally arrived to Twitch, YouTube or any other streaming platform of your choice. And yeah, it does include Mixer as well. Currently all the companies in the world adopting this new ideology of the design where less is actually more. Less is more not necessarily in the sense of making the content, but in the design, and specifically on the streamer side is going to be the design of your overlay, your tabs or your alerts. Let me give you an example. Here's an example of poorly executed idea of a design trend that is very clunky, displays too much of information that the viewer with the current low span of attention simply ignores, and in many cases just fueled with overload of information and leaves the stream. Today more than ever, simplicity is what beats the design world of the really complex overlays and stream alerts. And the minimalistic approach is the most effective in terms of delivering your message and actually making sure that it doesn't clutter your message and the entertainment that you're providing on your stream. Now you might say, well, I'm gonna just delete all of my overlays, delete all of my alerts and just put my square camera in the top right corner and that's going to be the end of the story, but not so fast. You can do that, or you can smash this like button for the YouTube algorithm and watch this video until the very end in order to make sure that you know all the different and several ways that you can actually improve your stream, even if it does look and has minimalistic design. So without further ado, let's jump to my computer and I'll show you the several ways that you can actually use either Photoshop or any other platform of your choice where you do your designs or do your animations in order to make sure that your stream does stand out with that new trend of the minimalism and design trend on your streaming platform. Okay guys, welcome to my screen, and right now what we're looking at is going to be the Adobe After Effects where I just imported my Photoshop project. Now as you can see, here's what I'm talking about regarding the minimalism and regarding the actual trend that has been happening on each and every streaming platform. So in this moment, as you can see, this banner, which is going to be located in the bottom half of the screen, is separated in 3 different subjects. Now, the first one is going to be the donations and the bits. The second one is going to be your latest subscriber and the amount of subscribers that you currently have. And then it consists out of my logo. Each and every part of this project is actually an item of its own that you can switch on and off. And that's going to be basically the sum of your specific overlay and specific design that you either would like to implement or would like to design yourself, your own, that will be somewhat similar to what you're looking at here. Now, what I've done here is, without taking any other real estate from the screen, I came up with an idea of actually making an alert around the banner itself that's going to be located in the bottom part of the screen. So with that, I've actually created a brand new composition which has all of those different alerts and all of those different animations that we're gonna dive into a lot more technically right now. Now we're right now entering the composition stage where all my animations are actually made of. So as the base, we're choosing that banner that we were previously talking about that was specifically created in Photoshop and contains a lot of different elements. Now what I'm doing here is I'm using it as a canvas to overlay my alert on. So what I'm doing is I'm animating the whole process of the alert that happens on top of my banner. There's multiple different things that are happening with the reverse timing and the reverse layers, and then the actual banner reappears. Now, let's dive into the actual animation project. So animation itself consists of 3 different things. The first one is going to be the yellow swish, and that's what I call it, the swish. And it overlays on the whole part of my banner, which is animated with some of the trick mattes as well as some of the motion blur, which is really important whenever you do something that moves within any After Effects or any other production software that you use for animation. Make sure you turn on the motion blur. It makes your animations more true and more believable, and it actually sticks within the current design parameters. So the second part is definitely going to be taking this gray part, which is kind of overlaying our second portion of the banner, which gives us a bit of the contrast, and then we have a new subwording appearing as soon as the animation stops. So it turns into the dark color, giving that contrast. We'll have a second portion of the animation in the middle, giving yet again that contrast with a new sub alert, as well as the third section, which is going to be filled with the subscriber's name and the number of subscriptions that that particular user chose to do for your specific stream. And that's going to be done on your platform of choice, whether it's Streamlabs or Stream Elements, or any one of those, or Muxi alerts. We're going to dive into that right next. Now, the biggest trick that you'll find whenever you are animating something like this over the banner that you're either creating or downloading from our Discord server is going to be getting rid of the actual banner itself. And that specific composition is going to be done with a one trick, which is going to be done with an alpha matte. As you can see, what happens now is each and every other animation that happens on top of that, as long as you have your track matte layered down right over here, that's really important if you would like to hide it and have an overlay still appearing on your animation, is going to appear on top of the actual banner. Now, what's going to be happening right after, I wanted to make a smooth transition of the numbers which are going to be programmed, either Streamlabs or Stream Elements, appearing right after and not just kind of popping out. So what I did was a very cool trick of then overlay that I had previously pre-established, which I've designed in Photoshop, reappearing and losing the opacity even in itself. So as you can see, there's an opacity transition that happens between 100% to a 0, which will basically reveal the banner that is being held right behind the alert the whole time. Now let's jump to the Streamlabs, which is currently my preferred choice of programming all of my alerts, and I'll show you the coding side of things in order to make sure that it actually fits within the composition that we've just designed. Okay guys, so what we're looking at here is going to be my Streamlabs alert box. The first couple of things to mention: in order for you to have a clean design of the alert, you need to maintain 3 rules throughout your design and implementation process. 1, have a clean design that is very responsive and has a very specific time frame in whichever it activates. 2nd, to have an idea of what it's going to look like with the code implemented. And 3rd of all, implement it whether or not you're using it a custom code or with a couple of the simple switches that are presented with your platform of choice. Now, here's kind of what we're looking at. We're going to have enabled our subscription alerts. We're going to put our text right in the middle. As you remember, our overlay is going to be happening right on top of our banner, so we would like to see that name that is happening of the subscriber name on top of the list. We're going to have a fade in and a fade out process, which is going to be outside of our animation, so that our animation that we've designed so far in After Effects is not going to be touched. Now, what we're also going to do, we're going to upload our custom animation and our custom sound alert, which I already did, and then we're going to enable our custom HTML. Here's an example of what we're looking at. HTML is going to be your object-oriented language, where you're going to be identifying an object that is going to be animated with the CSS. So we have 2 of them. We have a message template, which is going to be our user's name, our viewer's name who is currently subscribing, in this case for the subscriber alert, and we're also going to have a specific amount. Also, in a CSS, what we're going to be making as an adjustment, we're going to have a margin left effect. As you can see, we're using alert message and we're using the user message for calling for that subject in HTML, and we also have alert amount and user amount that we're going to be calling from the HTML subject, and we're margining in them left, meaning that we are adjusting them to the right, meaning that we're adding more margin on the left side. So in order to center it right at the middle of our 3rd part of our animation. And that is going to be pretty much it for this specific alert. We're going to dive deep into the coding part later in a different video, which I'm going to be showing you how you can code yourself really simply in HTML and CSS and JavaScript your custom alerts according to what you're trying to envision with your custom design process. Now, as a final result, here's what it looks like. We're gonna go into our game stage. Our background is going to be black because there's no game open. And here's the final result that we're gonna be looking at throughout the whole design process. And I'm really proud of this kind of design. I'm definitely gonna be rocking it on my stream. So let's take a look. Beautiful, right? So crisp, gives this very cool alert, and our background banner right appears right after the animation. Also, if you're one of the viewers that stuck until the end of the video, I have a lot of great alerts and design overlays that I've designed over the years, and I put them absolutely for free to download in our Discord server, so you can grab them at your own discretion. We have a wonderful community of streamers and designers to hang out with, and if you'd like to join, the link to our Discord channel is going to be down in the description below. You can grab those designs and implement them on your stream, or if you feel like designing your own, use this channel as a tutorial and an archive of great videos that can help you design your own alerts and overlays. They're always going to be available here on YouTube. And thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Best of luck with your own designs and overlays, and I'll see you guys on Twitch.
He's by the behind the red. Killed one. Yeah, there's another one. Oh! Yeah.